Welcome to Uriah Heep, the Magician's Podcast. I'll be covering every studio song the band has recorded and every bonus track that I can find. Each week we'll go over a new song from the beginning to where they are currently, and as they keep adding albums, I'll keep adding shows. Let the deep dive party begin.
In the magic garden, some were singing, some were dancing.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Uriah Heep, the Magician's Podcast. I am your host, Scott Haskin, bringing you this fan-based, band-endorsed podcast covering everything Uriah Heep ever recorded in the studio, at least everything that I know of. If you guys know of something I haven't covered, please let me know. Live albums not included. Now, this song, Time of Revelation, comes from the album Sea of Light, the band's 19th studio album. This was reviewed, interestingly, on the one-year anniversary of this very podcast, November 9th, 2021. So, wow, this show's been going like almost 2.5 years. Pretty crazy. Covered so many songs in that time. We've had guests, we've had a live album, we've had bonus tracks, we've had all kinds of things, and we're getting down to the very end of it all. At least, again, as far as I know. I didn't know about these two albums, so, who knows what else is out there. But as far as what's released, including the mystery album, got it all covered. So, yeah, really interesting. So we've only got a few more episodes of this album left, and then we will cross over to Celebrations. And that will be basically the same concept, but with a different band. So we've got, 5 more. So, just a little over a week, and then we'll be on to Celebrations. But we've got some great songs to cover in the meantime. Today, Time of Revelation. Let's check it out. What a sound Mick is getting on his guitar in the intro of this song. And then when everybody else kicks in, just so tight and powerful, a great beat, really energetic and exciting. And the mix is fantastic.
Won't you take a chance, my brother? Follow me to a time of revelation. And to see that destiny will take a turn. Show you there's no need to fight and to darkness rise.
I forgot how much I loved the bass guitar in this song. I would laugh if I went back to the episode and didn't. But yeah, it's got a good groove to it. He's doing these really nice slides that bring a really interesting tone to the song. And, the drums just keep up that energy. Nice, powerful rhythm organ. It's got all the elements.
Finally see where I'm going. Finally know what I'm knowing. Now our journey has only just begun.
This song is just on the move, and we're barely at a minute, and we're already about to hit the second verse. We've already been through an intro, a verse, and a chorus, and in a minute. Good energy, though. Really good energy. Really pumping me up.
Ask forgiveness. What you find will be your inspiration. You don't have to pray for glory. Others equal, no more pain. You know that it's true. 'Cause it's up to you.
And I will point out yet another shuffle on this compilation, but you're right, he did so many of them, and so many of them were great songs. It's like it's really hard to say we could only have so many shuffles on this collection. And you got 27 songs that you're going to have room for some. But I like the way that Lee's playing it, really strong on that second snare accent, and some really good energetic fills in between. Just keep this song moving on.
Now our journey has only just over the bridge. It's not to believe.
It's that classic Heap backing vocal style, but just with a modern sounding twist to it, I guess. More in the style of how they sound nowadays than they did when the song was originally recorded. But it sounds good. It's still got a lot of power to it. And even without that extra high harmony, which is part of what defined their sound, I still think this is really enjoyable. Some serious, cool percussive syncopation underneath an excellent and just blistering guitar solo. You can tell Mick is really feeling this one. But I really like what Lee's playing here too. And I vaguely remember this from the original episode, but there's a couple of snares I think that he missed in that one too. And I don't mean miss like he didn't play them, but he didn't accent them like he does, like he would on the normal beat. And so it kind of just changes the pattern up. But when you only do it like here and there, it sounds like a mistake, even if it isn't. And I give full allowance for the possibility that he made a mistake and just was like, you know what, that sounds good though. I like it. Perfectly fine. Obviously, it's what ended up on the record. They were doing overdubs on this one, so he certainly would have had the chance to go over this, either re-record the song or re-record a section or whatever. But in any case, I love the pattern of it. I just love that syncopation. It's just got such a different mood to the beat. Really changes things up while keeping things at the same tempo. I really feel like they're putting everything into this one, and I would love to see this performed live. It's just a baller of a song. I thought the guitar solo was a little early, so it's nice to have another spot for Mick to shine. I think it sounds really good. And then going back again to that syncopated drum part, really dig that. That's probably my favorite section of the song. Okay, that might get my vote for weirdest ending ever. Looked like they were going to go into a concert ending, as I would expect, but then just kind of faded it out, which was a little unexpected. But in any case, the part leading up to that was excellent. I love the way that Phil and Mick were playing together. Phil was really jamming through this one on the keyboard, I have to say. The organ sounded great, and he was really pushing. Every bit of instrument or vocal on this really drove the song. I think this was one where they all came together 100%, and everybody's part just full on, except for the weird ending. I thought it was great. I mean, the ending's not bad. It's just weird. But like I said, I would love to see them perform this live. I think it's a fantastic song. I can't imagine that this was one of the small handful of songs I wasn't a big fan of upon first review. I haven't listened to it since. So I don't know, maybe at some point I'll go back and revisit those episodes and compare. But for now, that's going to do it for today, guys. Of course, we're off tomorrow because it's Wednesday. We'll be back on Thursday for 2 more episodes before the week is out. Have a great day, guys. Cheers. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Uriah Heep, the Magicians Podcast. If you have enjoyed this show, please consider going over to Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast outlet, leaving a rating or a review. Be sure to subscribe to make sure that you are notified when new episodes are available. Please be sure to share this podcast with your fellow Uriah Heep enthusiasts and anyone who you think would like Uriah Heep, which should be everyone. And if you are so inclined, please feel free to contribute to the Patreon account. And if you are not a Patreon subscriber, you can also pay through the PayPal link on the website listed in the show links below. I would also like to thank Uriah Heep for their very generous support of the show, and thank you guys for listening. We'll see you in the next episode. Happy days!